Right, so number 5. Our nearest star outside the solar system is 4.2 light years away. How far away is it in kilometers? So, we just need to know how far light year is. Okay, so light year is how far light travels in a year. And at what speed does it travel? Well, it travels at 2.99792 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. Okay, so there are more digits after this, but that will certainly be enough. Okay, so how far is a light year? Now, this might seem like a weirdly exotic thing, perhaps, to calculate, which might frighten some people or intimidate some people unnecessarily, when it's actually mathematically an absolute trivial idea. So if I tell you you move at the pace of 30 steps every minute, then how far do you travel in 5 minutes? How many steps do you take in 5 minutes? That kind of thing. Or if I was telling me your walking pace is 5.5 kilometers per hour, then I ask you what distance do you cover in 3 hours? 5.5 times 3. Mathematically that's exactly it. If you understand that, and you understand a light year, there's nothing complicated about it. It's absolutely trivial. If it's not trivial to you, then I suggest just sitting somewhere and thinking about it until it becomes trivial. So that you just make sure that the big values don't confuse you or intimidate you, as that would be unnecessary. Okay, so light year is how far light travels in a year. That's how far it travels in a second. That's how many meters it travels in a second. That's meters per second value. So if it travels for a light year, I just need to know how many seconds there is in a year. If I take that amount of seconds and multiply it with this, then I get how many meters there is in a light year. For example, something simpler might be a light minute. So light minute would be how far light travels in a minute. Okay, minute is 60 seconds. That's how far it travels in 60 seconds. That many meters. So then it's this value multiplied by 60. That will give you the distance light covers in a minute, in 60 seconds. How about if it's an hour? Then you would take this, multiply it by 60 times 60 seconds. How far it travels in a day? You would take this value, multiply it by 24 times 60 seconds. Okay, so light year, it's just you have to multiply then also by 365. Okay, so let's write this out completely in full. So it is 4.2 light years. This is equal to 4.2 times, well, let's write it out completely, times 1 light year. It's equal to 4.2 times number of seconds in year, multiplied with speed of light in meters per second. Good. So we take the year and we convert it to seconds, and we multiply it by how many meters light travels in a second. We get the distance of a light year. Why seconds and meters? Well, my speed is in meters per second. If my speed for light that I had was in kilometers per hour, then I would have converted light year to hours and multiplied with that. But the speed of light is in meters per second, so I convert I convert my year to seconds instead. Okay, so now this is very simple. This is 360. Now let's put the brackets. 365 days. Okay, and how many seconds in a day? Well, let's go to hours first. So there's 24 hours in a day. Okay, now we've got the amount of hours in a year so far, but I'm after seconds, so this value is in hours. I want seconds, so how many seconds is there in an hour? There's 3,600 seconds in an hour. Good. So this whole thing is the amount of seconds in a year. Okay, good. Well, you might think, well, this is not the exact value, right value for number of days in a year. There's a bit more. There's a decimal place, decimals that would have to be included to be more accurate. But that would have an effect on this problem because, well, we only have 2 significant figures for our light year, so any added frequency, added accuracy beyond 3 significant figures for the amount of days in a year will be, it won't have an effect on our answer, or it shouldn't have. Or okay, speed of light meters per second. Okay, let's just put this in. I think 3 significant figures is sufficient. So 3 okay, and then you just calculate this entire thing. Okay, so it's 4.2 times 365 times 24 times 3600 times 3 and times 10 to the power 8. Good, that's that entire thing. That and double check everything. See how easy that was a mistake that was to make. And some of you do make silly little mistakes like getting the power of exponents wrong, which is so unnecessary. So please double check everything if you can. So okay, so this is 3.97 times 10 to the 16 meters, but we want kilometers, and I'm just going to provide 2 significant figures for my answer. So 4.0 times 10 to the 13 kilometers, so I just divide it by 1000 or 10 to the power 3. Okay,